Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you so much for spending time with us. Well, we've had a pretty rough Sunday night, pretty rough Monday night, and we wake up this morning to the storm has not gone away. The floods are continuing to be there, and some even rise further. Several things we need to understand. First of all, forgive me for posting late, but I needed to wait until the roar on the roof calmed down a little bit. Secondly, if you are in a flood area, especially our members in Cavite, our members in Santa Rosa, Laguna, our members down South Superhighway, if you are in a flood area and you need help, we want you to make sure you contact your Connect group leader, you connect your district pastor, but we want to try to get some help to you. We've got some big trucks, as long as they can get through South Superhighway, they can get through the roads into Cavite. We've got people that are ready to come and give you help. So please, if you need help, contact us today. It's amazing we're talking like this with all of your broadband and iPads and everything today. We've got people sitting on the roof of their houses in floods text messaging me on their iPads and their cell phones. So please, if you need help, let's make sure you get you some help. For our devotional thought today, we're going to be coming out of 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and chapter 10. Paul closes out chapter 9 by saying, I beat my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself may not be disqualified for the prize. There are many Christians today that would talk to you and either directly say it or indirectly apply it and say, it really doesn't matter how you live. It really doesn't matter that we are free in Jesus. Well, we are free in Jesus from sin. We are not free to sin. And there are many Christians today that are disqualifying themselves for the prize. So Paul continues here in chapter 10, and he talks about the people of Israel and the example. And he said, now listen, these things occurred, verse 6, as an example to keep us from setting our hearts on sin like they did. And then he goes on and says, we should not commit sexual immorality, verse 8. Verse 9, we should not test the Lord. Verse 10, and do not grumble as some of them did. It's very important, brothers and sisters, that you and I understand that living a godly life, that living a holy life is important. It is part of who we are. We have been set free from sin. We are free not to sin. Now, Paul closes out this passage with verse 13. No temptation has seized you except what is common to man, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear, and when you are tempted, will also provide a way out so that you can stand up under it. Never say that you had to sin. You need to understand that the faithful God, in the time of the pressure of sin, the faithful God always has an escape hatch for you. There's always a way out. You always have a choice. When people say, I had no choice, you always have a choice. Your faithful God makes sure there's always an escape hatch. So let me challenge you today. If you are in the pressures of temptation right now, whether it's sexual temptations or stealing or whatever it is, peer pressure to go drink and use drugs or have sex or whatever, if you're under that kind of pressure, always understand, when the pressure just seems like you can't stand up another moment, look around. There is an escape hatch that your faithful God has made so that you can live a holy life. You have been set free from sin.